Hi, everyone. Have you ever wondered how it feels for your wife or daughter to have her periods and lack the product to manage it? Well, that was me at 16 years of age, in Form 3 in Asumbi Girls High School in Western Kenya. As I was called by my mathematics teacher to answer an algebraic equation, of which I was confident I could, I shot up quickly, and suddenly, the whole class was murmuring and giggling. One particular girl asked me to sit down because I was soiled. Looking at my skirt, it was already soiled. Frightened and embarrassed, I found myself running out of the classroom, headed to the dormitory. On the way, I thought quickly, I must have started my periods, but what am I going to use to manage the blood? Quickly, I pulled a fellow student's white socks hanged on the clothesline and used it as my first cloth pad. But this leaked later, further embarrassing me in class, and I swore to myself never to attend classes in my periods. I feigned sickness and spent 5 days in the school dispensary. But still, after that, I could not afford sanitary towels for my subsequent periods, and when I did, they were not accessible at all times. In Africa, 52% of the female population are young girls, young school-going girls, who also encounter similar or even worse menstrual hygiene management challenges, lack of information, products, and services. And they use unhygienic materials, dirty old pieces of clothes, mattresses, animal skin, sisal fibers, cow dung, and soil, putting them at risk of infections, reproductive tract infections that are not sexually transmitted. This is where WomenChoice Industries come in. At WomenChoice Industries, we manufacture and distribute low-cost, affordable, reusable sanitary towels for women and girls in low-resource settings, aiming at improving the menstrual hygiene condition in Africa, improving young girls' school attendance and academic performance. The Salama pad. Salama pad is uniquely made of double-sided fleece, a mid-absorbent toweling material, and a waterproof material, and snaps to attach it and prevent dropping. The use of disposable sanitary towels remain expensive and inaccessible, forcing young girls to trade sex for pads with men twice or thrice their age, and the famous boda guys who, in East Africa, you know about them, putting them at risk of unwanted pregnancies, unsafe abortions, sexually transmitted infections, and HIV/AIDS. They remain absent from school for 4 to 7 days, like I did, a whopping 48 to 84 days annually. And as you can see, they lack proper sanitary disposal facilities. Our market size is estimated, the target market is estimated at $25 million, and our total addressable market at $200 million. We face competition from other manufacturers of both the reusable sanitary towel and other disposable sanitary towels. We have Barefoot Pads Zanzibar and AfriPads Uganda. But our competitive advantage comes from the fact that we are locally manufactured, and we have cut a lot of cost on import and all that, and our pads cost very little. That is only 2.2%, $2.2, that is. The double-sided fleece allows breathability, it is breathable, and hence avoids pervaginal itching and fungal infections during and after periods that most girls actually go through. It is high quality and lowly priced, giving a better value proposition for the client. And also it helps to reduce, the reusability helps reduce the menstrual hygiene budgets for households and individuals by 75 to 90% all through the time of usage, because it can withstand up to 100 washings and can be used for a maximum of 3 years with proper information on how to take care of it. WomenChoice Industries also produces a variety of other items, as you can see. And our business model is a revenue model from the sales of our line products. We manufacture and distribute, but we also have the social impact aspect where we empower young out-of-school girls on the business and the financial skills, women living positively with HIV/AIDS, commercial sex workers, and recruit them as vendors of our products in their remote localities where otherwise nobody could access young girls. We also partner with other NGOs that are focused on menstrual hygiene management, sales agents, and vendors as shown. We boast of having empowered 700 socially disadvantaged women as vendors. We have accessed more than 625,000 girls in schools with our Salama pads. We have reached out to more than 1.5 million girls with the right menstrual hygiene management information, produced more than 3.8 million pieces of reusable sanitary towels, have a revenue of 148,000, and just today, actually, today we have closed a deal of raising $200,000 and giving us a total of $210,000 that we have been able to raise in capital. Thank you. We also have a robust and experienced team. I, Dr. Lucy Odiwa, with more than 5 years experience in health and entrepreneurship. Mr. George Abiero, who is the Director of Planning and Human Resource with more than 10 years experience in social enterprise, and the rest. We are raising $500,000. We want to increase more of our sales staff. We want to put more people into production and expand our markets. We already have orders coming in from as far as South America, but we cannot manage this. If you come and join us to empower the young girls with the accessibility of reusable sanitary towels, we can achieve this mission. We welcome you. Thank you.
Hi, Lucy. Great presentation. I completely buy into the market. I completely buy into the need for it. I guess the key thing for me is the business model. So what's your margin? You talked about a $2.2 retail price. How much does it cost you to make the pad? And to what extent is that margin sustainable going forward?
As a social enterprise, we are focused on making the reusable sanitary towels accessible. So we are bringing in as many people, partnering with as many people as possible who can purchase these sanitary towels. So we basically looking at the scale of purchase to, like, how do I say it? Compensate for the smaller margin, because our production cost is $1.5, but we sell it at 2.2. So we are partnering with Columbia University. We have people who are purchasing sanitary towels for disadvantaged girls in schools, and we are bringing in more people. Recently, we closed a deal with, it's called Uzazi Uzima, combining Maristops, Deloitte Canada, and Amref, who are purchasing sanitary towels for one region, Simiyu region in Tanzania. I live and work in Tanzania, where they're going to distribute more than 10,000 pieces of sanitary towels. So we are working hard day and night with our team to bring in more people to purchase in large scale.
Great, thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Did I see that you've already distributed 625,000 to young girls in schools?
Yes.
May I ask how you were able to do that?
Yes. We partner with several organizations. One of them is CVS and SHDEFA, and as they implement their menstrual hygiene management, they purchase the sanitary towels from us and distribute to girls. We've also partners with Project Kilimanjaro, that is in Longido, Arusha, for those who know Tanzania, you know. And basically, we also have teams that go out to schools, because we focus on young girls in schools and institutions of tertiary education. So we have our team that goes out to these schools to access these girls directly. And for girls who cannot purchase directly on when our team goes to visit them, we open the college or school kiosk through the focal person, whether it is the matron or a specific teacher, and they can access the sanitary towels from them. And as I said, we have also empowered socially disadvantaged women who expand access of these sanitary towels to young girls in their locality, areas which could not be accessed by us or other people.
Did you give any projections of 1, 3, and 5 years as to how many of those you think you'll be selling?
Our projections for 1, 3, and 5 years. This year we are aiming at 1.5 million, and our 5-year is 15 million. Thank you.